What's up, everybody? I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Hold on. I want to. Let me see. I'm checking my volumes. Uh-oh. Why does that say 0? Hold on. I know I am a terrible streamer, but anyways, all right. So, today we're doing a little something different. I want to do some recent pickups. I wanna show you guys what I've gotten recently, and I kind of wanted to start cleaning games and seeing if they work. I got my Super Nintendo popped open here. It's ready to go. You guys can see some of the games I have here, right? Well, these aren't all recent pickups, but some games I want to clean. I'll get into that in a minute, but I'm gonna leave these off a little off camera here. Yeah, so let's get into it. So first off, here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. As you can see here, this was the, what do you call it? My thumbnail, right? This was absolutely disgusting. I'm not going to pull up the picture, but I couldn't finish or get these out because that's an actual, someone took a knife and cut these out. But this was absolutely disgusting, all of this. It was so bad, I swapped the back of the cart out. This is from another game. I think this is from a Pilot Wings from back in the day. But that's the best I could do. I think I did a pretty good job. The label is still a little kind of messed up here and on top. But I think I'm good with this. I think I'm happy. I believe I paid $35. Paid $35 for this cart. Actually, I can show you. Move this to the side. I can show you what it looked like because I never cleaned the back of it. I just swapped it with that Pilot Wings. Sorry, it was up top. I just swapped it with my Pilot Wings one, and here it is. This is what it looked like. I had the TEC on there. This is just some sort of rental sticker or something, and once again, here's some more cuts. But I swapped it with the Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings, to me, this was one of my original games as a kid, but I didn't really play it that much. But this is my original copy when I was a kid. So I did just switch the back of it. And there's also a crack in it right here. Y'all can see the crack. I can't fix the crack. That is what it is. But yeah, I cleaned it up pretty good. And so today on stream, I want to show you how I clean my games. I want to show you how I took this garbage and turn it into this, right? And kind of how I did it. I'm still thinking I might do a new label on this one, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel. But let me get these out the way, and I'll show you my recent pickups, and we'll just, start chatting and cleaning. First, from my pickups. These don't need cleaning, and I don't need to verify that they're real because I've already done that. I already opened up all the carts, and I was able to verify that they are actual legit. So I've had a bit of a spending spree on eBay. And okay, so let's get back into it. So when I was on DK Oldies, I realized I spent a little too much money for what I was getting. I think I paid what, $45 for Super Mario Galaxy 2, and that's overkill. That's way too much. So I started looking around at different places I can buy retro games. Obviously, you can go to the game conventions and eBay, right? eBay is the biggest one. The other thing you can do is look on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, but that's hit and miss. But typically, eBay is going to have the games you want. You just need to find them for the right prices. So, hold on one second. Okay, making sure my volume is working. So, anyways, first one I got, for whatever reason, when I was a kid, I decided to sell this game, and that is Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. All right, so here is my new to me copy, and this thing is mint. I paid, oh man, what did I pay? honestly, I forget exactly, but I know I underpaid, and I was worried that this was a fake copy. But some things you can do to make sure it's real, as if when you're looking at this, look for the square. Oh, I'm doing this backwards. Look for the square dot on the eye. If that is a square, you're good. Look for the texture, right? If the texture is there, you're good. Also look at the label. The label sometimes can be a little too shiny, but this label is good. Other things to look for, the screws. Make sure they're metal. If these screws are plastic, that's a quick indicator that the game is not correct. Other things you can do is crack open the cartridge, and that'll tell you that the cart is a real Donkey Kong cart or not. So actually what I'm going to do is I'll crack this one open real quick. I bought a game bit set on Amazon for, oh man, I paid like $8 for this. And it comes with a tri-wing screwdriver. I'll just pop it over. Yeah, this set, I think I paid $8 on Amazon. So we got our screwdriver, right? Instead of having 4 points on the Phillips, it's only got 3. Okay, so that's for like controllers and stuff. I haven't really needed that yet. And then we have our 3.8 game bit adapter thing, if you can see that. I don't know how the camera's picking that up, but that's how we get the carts open. And then this is a larger one. This is our, let me read it, 4.5. Same thing, same design. I don't think the camera's picking it up too well. I apologize on that. But anyway, so I just slap it on in here. Okay, we're good to go. And I can open. I've already opened this one up previously, so I know it's legit, but just show you guys how it looks. Get into it. And there's different things you can look for when you open the cartridges up. You can look all over the internet, and you will be able to, it'll tell you what a, say, Donkey Kong Country cartridge is supposed to look like. Make sure the screws don't go flying. If that happens, you might be in a little bit of trouble. Come on, what's going on here? There we go. I'm getting a little impatient. I always kind of put the screws up in a spot I'm not going to lose them. You can take it off, and this is where we can see our cart. All right. Things to look for on the cartridge would be big blobs of solder, stuff that's black. Black blobs a lot of times is not right. Come over on this side, and this is what you're really going to be looking for, the different chips, to see if this is a proper board. There's also a lot of writing on here. If you can see that, there's gold writing, and it's like right over here. I don't think my camera's picking it up because I'm actually pretty zoomed in on my my webcam. But so this says 1993 Nintendo, and it says it in gold right here. At first, I was concerned because if you look at the boards, it looks like someone just broke the board off on these different sides. But this is actually normal. A lot of my Super Nintendo games are like that. And also, I was worried about the battery leaking and hurting the board. It's not necessarily going to leak or hurt the board, but when you go to play the game, it will not hold a save file. So something else I did notice when I booted this game up for the first time, there was a save file on here with about half the game beaten. And actually, there's two of them. One was about 3/4 of the way, and another save file was about halfway. And I thought to myself, well, if you're going to counterfeit a game, chances are you're not going to play the game halfway through twice and create a save file. Other thing to do when you are putting this back together, remember these two notches in here. The back goes right into the front. It's pretty easy to slide it in. So that's it. That's how you open up a Super Nintendo game cart. Look at it and see if it's real or not. Super easy. So that way you're not getting scammed, because apparently these video games are starting to go for a lot of money. People scam, like not necessarily Donkey Kong Country, but stuff like Earthbound and, you know, Play Fighters on N64. You know, those high valued games. Like I said, no one's really counterfeiting Earthbound. Make sure you don't tighten up too much. Just snug. nice and snug, and you're good to go. All right, so there's my first game, Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo, and yes, it works. I'll get on a game later. I'll test something later out, and I'll pull on my Super Nintendo, but not just yet. All right, next up, continuing with the series, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. Another game I got off eBay. Sorry, I'm trying to get the light just right so y'all can see. I'm having a hard time. I'm looking at my monitor right behind my game, and I'm trying to make everything look good, but everything's backwards. So anyway, so yeah, this is another game. This one actually came from Alaska. Again, things to look for is that square on the eye for the Nintendo. Make sure that's not round and it's a square. And a lot of times, scammers don't even print this. It'd be just like an oval with nothing in it. So look for that. If you really want to get into it, there are indents. You probably can't see it on camera, but there's an indent right there with a number. This number is, I can't see it, 17. Oh, no, 13 or 19. Anyways, there's a number there, and every NES cart on the back of it will have an imprint, a stamp on the back to show you. I don't really know what it signifies. I haven't looked it up, but I know that's how you know it's authentic. All right. Once again, metal screws. I'm not going to open this one up because I know that this one's authentic. I already did it. I already cleaned this one up, and Donkey Kong Country 2 is set and complete. Actually, that game completed my series because this is my Donkey Kong Country 3 cartridge from when I was a kid. I guess actually it was my younger brother's. For every year, he would always get a Donkey Kong Country for Christmas, and well, whenever they made one. And this was his when he was a kid, and he kept it in really good shape. Got a little bit of crud on the back, but not too concerned with that. I'm gonna leave that on there, and yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, so for Super Nintendo, I have completed Donkey Kong, but I have not completed my entire Donkey Kong collection. I am only missing Donkey Kong 64, and I believe I would complete the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Wii. I do not have Wii U, but I do have Tropical Freeze on the Switch. So in my mind, I'll complete it once I find DK64, which for whatever reason right now is going for a crazy price on eBay. Excuse me, need a sip of water. All right, next up. Yeah, let's do these. Okay. A Link to the Past. You can see I found this at Game Exchange. So I was on a business trip. I'm trying to see if you can see it. $30. $30 on the dot. And this thing is beautiful. Look at that label. God, this game looks good. The back too. The only thing I had to do is clean off a little bit of dirt and dust. But these games are great. Actually, I have not opened this one yet. So let's take our cartridge. This could still be a fake. I never opened it. So let's take a look. I think we're good though, because I'm pretty sure Game Exchange verifies that the carts are authentic. I could be wrong. And if I got hosed, it's only $30. It's not like I'm trying to buy Earthbound again or Chrono Trigger, you know. I don't got to worry about any of that. All right. Yeah, board looks good. Just on that side. Let's take a look at this side. Yeah, we're good. Pretty clean too, right? This is the first time I cracked this thing open, and she's clean. All right, same on this side. I do have a game that is not so clean. I'll take a look at that in a little bit. Do I have it down here? Yeah, I think I have it here. Well, no, that was the Turtles in Time. That one was not clean on the inside, but it works, so we're good to go. Maybe I'll play it later, but this game as well had some save files on it that were whoever was playing it was multiple hours in, and then they just put it down, and I guess they never picked it up and decided to sell it. But when I did walk into the Game Exchange, I was looking for Super Mario World, because at the time I didn't have one, and I was in that same Game Exchange about 2 days prior, and they did have a Super Mario World, but they had one with a little bit of a torn label, so I passed on it. and I wanted to come back a later day and see if they had another one. And sure enough, I was in luck. They had another one, but right next to that, I'll show you the Super Mario World. There was this one, A Link to the Past. So picked it up. We're good to go. So I just want to see if that was authentic card, and I'm in luck. It is authentic. All right, next, let's get into the Super Mario World. So you can see it's in a box. Okay, so this is a box from miniboxgaming.com. So this guy is an Etsy shop. I have featured him on my channel before. I have bought multiple boxes like this, and I'm going to buy boxes for each one of my games I have now. So I got a big order coming here shortly. So if you want a complete in-box collection in a way, because it's smaller, right? The cartridges barely fit, but it is an authentic see what I would say. The authentic artwork's the same. It comes in a plastic case. Obviously, you're seeing the reflection of that, but that's what this is. And I'll pull it out. It's a pretty tight fit. The game barely fits inside, but here we go. Here's one of the first prints of Super Mario World. You can tell by the different way this goes out. It doesn't have the slide in the front like this copy of Lion King does. When I'm talking about the lip, they changed it up later on. So same thing. I found this game side by side with the Link's Awakening. I'm sorry, not Link's Awakening. A Link to the Past. Excuse me. Same thing. Just needed to clean off a little bit of dust, and we were good to go. So let me open this guy up. I don't think I've opened this one up yet. All right. Couple twists too quick. All right, that guy's out. There we go. All right, we're looking good. Same thing. Super clean board. All right, no issues there. Look at this side. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, this says 1990 Nintendo. It says it right here. That's what those words say. I don't think you're going to be able to see that on camera. Yeah, so our board is good. I know it works because I've turned it on. Haven't played all the way through it, but more or less just making sure it's an authentic copy of Super Mario World, and it works. Once again, I only paid $15 for this one. I'm leaving that sticker on. I might take the stickers off. I'm not sure. I like going back and reminiscing to looking at kind of like receipts and different things on when I bought my products. So I can go back and look at this. Say Super Mario World goes up for like $50. I can go back and look at this and be like, hey, I bought that for $15 back in the day. And does it say Game Exchange on here? No, but it's got the date, February 3rd, 23. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, I haven't done a pickups video in a while, so I got quite a few games I gotta talk to y'all about. So, and then we'll put it right back in the case here. This case is a little crumpled. During my movers kind of squish it, but I make it work. I might buy another box for this game, but we'll see. It's just like that, and in, flaps down. There we go. Yeah, so all of my games will have a box like this in the coming months. All right, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to wait until my collection's complete to my liking, and then I'll buy more of these boxes. So let me put this back up. All right. I am really quick. I'm going to pop on Discord real quick because I don't think I shared this on Discord. So people have popped in. Share, copy. Sorry for the silence. But typically when I hit stuff on Discord, my normal crowd comes in and they're not here right now. It's a little concerning, but we're good. We got things to do. I completely understand. So, all right. All right, next up. I'll do this in a second. I picked this game up. $35, Super Mario World. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that again. Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World. So this has Super Mario from the NES, Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3, all from the NES. And then it also has Super Mario World plus Super Mario World and the Lost Levels. This one I paid only $35 for. It works. Obviously the label's a little torn here and here. Not terrible. All right, the back one's torn too. This one was pretty dirty. I cleaned it up pretty good, but she's working. She's good to go. I don't know if I'm going to replace the label. I feel if I replace the label, I don't know. I know you can get on Etsy and you can get new labels for it, and I might do that in the future, but I think for now I'll just buy one of those mini boxes, slide it in there, and then just call it a day, because I honestly don't think I'm going to be pulling it out too often. But I have taken it apart. I have looked at this board, and I know this is a real copy. So I will say, so far, everything I have bought and opened, I have not been scammed. So that makes me happy. Let me put this guy away. All right, starting to round out. Actually, this is going to round out my Super Nintendo. I picked this one up, Lion King. It's a notoriously not great game, right? I've never played it, but my kids right now are in love with Lion King. I picked this one up at, what's it called? Play and Talk. They got a couple of these down here. These guys are way overpriced. If you go to the Play and Talk, really look at what you're buying. That's where I bought my Wind Waker from, and I paid $95, which I way overpaid, but I was just looking to get that game quick and complete in box, and well, I didn't even do that. Whatever, it's complete in box for me now, but this was a pretty good copy of the Lion King. Let's see if it works. Let me boot this up. I'm gonna swap you guys over. Hang on 1 second. Pop it in. Gonna move you all over. All right, cranked it on. What do we got? Nothing. Nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna try to pop on a different game that I know that does work. Here, let's put Super Mario Super Mario All-Stars. Super Mario World, which I know does work. Let's crank it on, see what happens. There we go. All right, so we know my Super Nintendo works. All right. While it's on, I'll just show you what's all in here. So we got Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Lost Levels. There's 2, 3, and Super Mario World. Okay. Dude, I haven't played this game in a minute. Let's play this real quick. Let's just play the first level. Let's see if I can do it. I'm also playing on my, what do you call this? OBS, so I have a little bit of a delay. Oh my god. There's a nasty delay. Like, it's probably a full second delay, and when you're playing these games, that's a lot. So y'all are gonna be like, your gameplay's terrible, but I click a button, I have to wait a second, so yep. I'm huge disadvantage here. This is why I need a second monitor. This is actually how I beat Super Mario Galaxy. I got so used to the delay, I was able to beat that game. But I think I played that on Twitch well over a year ago. So good luck finding that stream. Looks like I'm gonna beat it no problem. Alright, so it works. Clearly it works. So let's try the Lion King again. Let's see how that does. If it doesn't work, we'll get the cleaning. Alright, that's kind of part of the whole video here. Let's take a look. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, she's up. She is working. All right, either way, I'm gonna clean it. All right. Pull it out. Oh, my drink right in the way. Okay. So, move that out the way. So let's see. Let's pull this off. So a lot of things we can do to get this sticker off. A lot of guys will heat it up with a what do you call it, hair dryer to get the adhesive off. I'm not too worried about that. I meant to grab a razor blade to pop it off if I need to, but I didn't. I'm not always prepared for these streams, but it's all good. Oh man, that's a small board. How small this thing is. This is like half the size of Donkey Kong. There's no battery. How do you save? That's weird. Okay. What's this say? Mask ROM. Okay, it says 1992 Nintendo. I'm a little curious if that's weird that there's no battery. Oh, I almost dropped it. Okay. Whatever. It was $8. This is only for my kids to play once or twice, get annoyed, and never play it again. Because, well, it's Super Nintendo, and they probably don't want to play Super Nintendo games. But all right, so easy days. So what we're gonna do? Take a little bit of alcohol. Okay, a little bit of alcohol. So I have 70%. You should really be 90% or higher. For this, I'm not gonna spray the board. I'm just gonna get a Q-tip here, right? Put a little bit on a Q-tip, and I'm just gonna clean the connections. I actually dropped a little on my desk, but not a big deal. But you don't want it sopping wet, but just enough to just to clean. All we're doing, we're just cleaning these connections, right? I'm not smashing this. I'm just nice and light. All right. So most of the time when these games aren't working, it's because I think got stuck. It is because that these connections are a little dirty. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's pretty dirty. Those connections are pretty dirty. So now when I put this back in and I give this game we'll play it for a couple minutes. Hopefully it'll boot up the first time, no problem. So let's flip this around and get some more. I really should get a little dish. Let me grab a little dish. It's pretty ghetto. That's one of my wife's candle lids. Whatever. Oh, okay. All right. Just get nice and gentle, nice and easy on it. No need to like scrub too hard. The alcohol, let the alcohol do its job. It'll break down the dirt and debris. And get it up. And then since it's not 90 or higher, I'm gonna dry it off. Alcohol is really good because it for cleaning, because especially electronics, because it evaporates so quickly. That's one of its good properties. Words. I'm trying to say big words, and I don't know what I'm doing. Clean that up a little bit. It looked a little slightly dirty right there. It was a small part. Not a big deal. If you feel like you put a little too much alcohol on something, or you got something a little too wet, give it a little bit of time. You don't have to go try it right away. See if it's working. Let it dry out. The only time you're really going to destroy something or break it is if you short all the circuits. I mean, you don't let it dry out, and you plug it back in, and you allow electricity to go through that circuit. At that time, that's when you're frying it. If it's wet and there's no electricity going through it, it's not a big deal. That's not for all electronics, though. That's just for things like this that are fairly old. All right. So I'll give that a little bit of time to dry, and we'll start working on the front here. Move that out the way. All right, so sticker. Other than that, this cart is pretty clean. Sometimes I see like lines in here, and especially on the top, I've gotten some dirt in here, and I've just taken a toothbrush, a little alcohol, and cleaned that up. But this one looks pretty good, so hopefully this sticker comes right off. I know I said I was going to leave the other stickers from like a link to the past and Super Mario World, but I don't really like playing talk, so look at that. Wow. Okay. I was not expecting that to come off that easy. Let's clean the front up a little bit. There's just a little bit of dust on the front, just like a little bit of a scuff. I wouldn't even call it dust. It was a scuff, a little scuff right there. Let's get that girl off. But I should have grabbed the ragger. I think a baby wipe would have worked really good right here, but whatever. Not a big deal. It's actually a pretty clean copy. I can't be upset with that at all. So I paid $9. That's pretty good. Make sure my board's in right. We're good. Put on. All right. All right. Whoops. All right, so next we're gonna let's plug this in and see if it works again, and then let's try to play it for a minute. Why not? Yeah, there you go, Lion King. All right, give me a second and see if it works. She working? I'm actually gonna swap my monitor over real quick. I want to see how bad this game is. Everyone says this game's pretty bad. Let's try it. I don't think you can save. Maybe that's why there's no battery. All right. What does that say? The Pride. All right. So I can growl and I can jump. I can hang. Okay. I think that porcupine's gonna hurt me. Oh wow, that was pretty terrible. What? What? Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, why can't I jump the porcupine? Okay. I think I wasted $9. All right, let's get into the N64 games. All right, so let's see. Let this pull up. All right, first game. Let me just pull the chat back up. Nothing. That's fine. Okay. Let me just show you my recent pickups. All right, I gotta pull them all out. Hold on. I wasn't prepared. I'm never prepared. Okay. First off, Banjo-Kazooie. I already had the mini box for it, right? I think this is one of my first purchases was a Banjo-Kazooie because I knew eventually I was gonna pick this game up again. Once again, this box also got squished on my move, probably because there wasn't a game in here during my move. But I'm going to definitely buy another box for Banjo-Kazooie. And these are tight. These N64 carts in here are tight, which I like. So here we go. That's what we got. I got, what did I pay? I know I paid underpriced charting prices, but I got a tear in the label. All right, I think I'm gonna leave the label though. I was considering buying a new label, but the more and more I look at it, it's fine. And the back has a little tear here too. I did open it. I did clean this one up a little bit. They had some dirt in the tracks here. All right, in that groove. There wasn't any Sharpie, but this is an authentic copy of Banjo-Kazooie that I got for a good price. Although the label is a little torn, I'm gonna let that ride. So look forward to or watch me to play Banjo-Kazooie. I'm going to play this one live, most likely. But I'll be honest, I will probably play the Xbox version of it, the Rare Retro Replay version of that game. I think on my first podcast, when Dave and I were talking on our first podcast, I had a lot of Banjo-Kazooie background gameplay. So, Banjo-Kazooie, great game. You should definitely have in your collection if you're a Nintendo fan. So, move that out the way. Okay. One of my pickups from my most recent trip to California, I picked up 1080 Snowboarding the Player's Choice. Paid $9 for this game, right? This is something for me. This is for my collection, just from my childhood. I'm still a huge snowboarder. I very much like snowboarding, but when I was a kid, I loved 1080. The Player's Choice, it's fine. I didn't care either way. I think the Player's Choice is a little bit more in value, but I'm talking like $1. Doesn't matter. Open it up. All right, obviously before I bought it, I made sure it was authentic. I opened it up and it was good. This is a mint copy. I know this game doesn't go for very much. It's not like a sought after game, but once again, this is my collection. This is something I wanted. So 1080 snowboarding, good to go. Next up, I think this is my most recent pickup. I just bought this the other day. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Got this at Game Exchange. I'm actually going to peel this off. Well, no, I'll leave it on. Once again, not a sought-after game, but this is a game that I wanted. I wanted this game. This one was for me. I was looking for the GameCube one, the GameCube Rogue Squadron. I had it in hand a few, 2 months ago, but I decided not to pick it up for GameCube, and instead I got it for N64. Fun game. Played this a lot as a kid. And yeah, so let's clean it. Let's start cleaning this one first. I don't know if you guys, well, obviously you can see it's got Sharpie on the top and a little bit of dirt right there. The back's fairly dirty. We got some dirt here. The front's got a little dirt up in here. So I will take the sticker off and just to clean it up. The label's a little dirty. I'll see if I can clean it up. But first, let's see if we can peel the label or this. You know when you pull up a sticker and you just feel it rip, you just tearing, you know you're not going to get it all off on the first try. I know if I heat this up, it'll help. But I'm a stubborn man, and I just always go slow. I'll put pressure on the end, and it'll come up. Typically. He's texting me. Oh, nice. So my wife, I know this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about or doing, but my wife has got old items from a consignment in a consignment store. It's kind of like a garage sale this one lady puts on, but it's not a neighborhood. It's like she rents out a warehouse and you bring your stuff there and she sells it for you. I guess my wife's doing pretty good today. Made some money. So I can go spend more money on video games. No, not really. That's coming up pretty good. I'm going nice and slow. Okay, there we go. It's got a little stick there, so we'll clean that off. I'll this together. I'll do the old alcohol and rub trick. So let the alcohol break down the adhesive there. Try not to get it on the actual label. I'd like to zoom in for you guys, but my camera probably won't like that. And it'll get grainy and worse. I'm already pretty zoomed in as it is. So now I got a big old clean spot right there from the alcohol. I'm actually going to grab a baby wipe real quick. That way I can kind of help the process, help scrub a little bit. So I'll be back in about 2 seconds. All right. So now at closer inspection, I got some dirt in the track. I'm just going to take my fingernail with the baby wipe, kind of shove it in there. But okay, so that's not really working. Not a big deal. The top part came off pretty good. Good thing about baby wipes, it's not too abrasive. You can go over the label, like I'm going over the label, fairly hard. It's not going to scratch or really hurt the label. I mean, if you get in there and really go nuts, sure it will. But just nice and soft just to get that top layer of grime. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a light layer of grime. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's a light layer of grime on that from the top. But I don't think it's going to get the Sharpie off. I did a little bit, not too bad. A little bit of the edge there. All right. So, I'm going to pick up toothbrush. A little bit of alcohol on that, just the tip. And I'm going to scrub right on the edge there. And with this, all right. The back ones real quick. And looking good, minus the initials on the top here. So, a couple things I'm going to try. Well, first, I'm going to do the alcohol since it's right here. Let the alcohol break down the Sharpie, and hopefully scrub it off. Like you can see it coming off on the tip. It's not too much, so I should be able to scrub this off on with a little bit of thyme and elbow grease. Pull this off. Reapply alcohol. You guys can still see that. I can see it a lot better, obviously, on my side, but now for some extreme cases, you can use nail polish remover, but when you do that, you're going to melt the plastic. So do that only in extreme situations. For instance, if you look at the Turtles in Time cart I had, there's a big black part in the front of it. I did eventually take nail polish remover, and it did melt the plastic. So in that area, the texture is not the same as everywhere else. So be careful of that. All right. Also, here hairspray works, but I'm not doing that. Something else you can do if you really want to get frisky is take a dry erase marker, all right, like this one, all right, and then just run over it real quick. There we go. But with the alcohol, it's just not even sticking, so dry it off and try it again. This is a trick you can do on like a whiteboard. All right, it's the same thing. Alright, so I put a little more on there, wipe it off. That worked pretty good. Or maybe I just think it did, but it didn't really. I don't know if y'all can see. It's still there. You can see it a little bit, but it's very faint. So I'm working on it. We're getting there. We're getting closer. I should have put music in the background for y'all. I apologize. More or less me just enjoying my day. Talking on a stream. All right, I think I'm just gonna call it right there. It's a pretty good looking cart, if you ask me. All right, an authentic Star Wars Rogue Squadron cart. I have opened this one up. I know it's authentic. We're good to go. I cleaned up the inside a little bit, but I want to leave the outside for this stream. See if you guys like it. So there you have it. Next, another pickup. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I absolutely love this game. I know it's not the best on the Nintendo 64, and I know the remake came out because I already have the remake, the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake, right? But I got this for a great price. I think I paid $14 for it out in California recently. I don't know if I've taken this one apart. Let's take it apart. Yeah, it cracked pretty easily, so I think I did take this one apart, but that's okay. Let's keep going. My AC just kicked on, and I'm getting cold. I might go kick that down. Okay, it just turned off right when I said that. Put that back away. All right, here we go. Let's see if it's authentic. Well, first off, the outside says we're authentic, right? Because if you guys look, I don't know if you can see it on the yellow, but come on, I'm trying to get the shine away. The square on the eye, we're good there. We'll go this way. Yeah, I see the eye, how there's the dot square. We're good. Same thing. The texture is good. I know the texture is great. And I forgot to get the screwdriver. Dang it. My screwdriver is all the way down in my garage, so I'm not going to pop it open. I'm pretty sure I have popped this open. It is authentic. All right. Yeah. I just noticed because I have gotten in here. I don't have my small Phillips. I just have my tri-wing here. One thing that isn't great is the little tab here is snapped off, but this one is on just fine. So not a huge deal. We're good. We're fine there. But you know what? I am going to leave that off, and there is some residue right here. I think somebody Sharpied the top at some point. So there's a little green residue right there. Let's try to... All right. So it's definitely Sharpie because that didn't just fall off. So a little bit of alcohol on it. Looks green. Looks like somebody used green Sharpie on this. Or blue, maybe? Probably blue, and it turned green because it's yellow and blue make green, right? Yeah. Pretty dirty right there. Not a big deal. So I'm thinking of a video I want to make on nostalgia and how it affects us, I guess. I don't know the psychology behind it, but just in the video game nostalgia, like just like thinking about Tony Hawk Pro Skater right now. This isn't a good game. There's better versions of it. like clearly, but I wanted this version because this is what I always wanted. I had the Tony Hawk 1 on N64 because I was an N64 kid, and I still have my original cart. But I always wanted a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, and I never got it until I was older. And then I think I sold that game. And then when Xbox came out, I would get Tony Hawk on Xbox. And I never got the Tony Hawk 2 on N64 when I was younger. So I bought it now, right? Because I was in a store and they had it for a good price. So it's kind of like the power of nostalgia. Like what's driving me to spend money on these types of games so many years later. Yeah, I remember this. There's a big old line right here. I didn't know, I couldn't get that off. I have worked on this one already a little bit, but just the idea and the thought of why I'm spending money now on games that I couldn't get when I was a child, where either my parents told me no or I spent my money somewhere else. It's kind of a strange thought or draw, I should say. Like why am I drawn to these things? Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I'm gonna spend more than an hour playing each one of these, right? But I still want it. I still want to buy more. And I think that's kind of what this channel's turning into is, I don't need that big old screwdriver. I think it's turning into just a nostalgia push, right? Like recently I'm not playing the newest, greatest, latest games, like minus Metroid Prime Remastered, but that's a game from the past that I never played. And I guess it's not nostalgia bringing me there, but I just wanted to play something older, simpler, easier, right? Like most recently, if you saw my playthrough of God of War, not Ragnarok, the God of War remake on PlayStation 4, I didn't particularly enjoy it as much as most people did because the mechanics and the menus and having to always getting new items constantly and having to learn that new item and upgrade your skill tree, and everything gets so complicated. What happened to the games where you pop in and you just play? Like there is no right or wrong way to get there, and that's what draws me to the Call of Duties and the Apex Legends, and it's kind of mindless, you know. Pop in, play, and go. Back like the old days. This label's pretty bad. I think what I'm gonna do in the future is put a new label on this one. See, there's a big tear right here. There's a mark, so I don't know if y'all can see it. I gotta do everything upside down and backwards. Give me a second. Tear right there. Discoloration down here. We'll see. The back label is pretty good. I don't see anything wrong with the back label. So, but there is a little bit of green up top. I think it was blue, now it's green. But other than that, all the dirt and grime is off of it, and she's good to go. I already played her. I threw her in my N64. We're good to go. She's good. So, put her down. Man, I'm getting to the end. So. Well, I can pull out my GameCube stuff, but this one, I've had this one for a while. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, as everyone calls it, the Pod Racer. Actually, I'll just show you guys where I bought this. Unfortunately, the store I bought this from is now closed. When I lived in Illinois, there was a store called Game Corner. I lived in the north central part of Illinois. Right? I lived in Belvedere, and I used to work in a town called Rockford. And they had a couple locations, or at least the Game Corner did. So I bought Pod Racer at the time for $6.99 from Game Corner. But however, this isn't from them. The tag on the top, and if I'm gonna run the mini box, I don't need the tag, right? It's kind of a neat idea having these. If you don't want to print those stickers to put on here, you can get the artwork from the original box, just in a smaller capacity, and you don't have to have that much room taken up from boxes, and you don't need to go find the original boxes. So let's see if we can tear this off. And I don't think I've ever opened this cart. I don't know if I will. Actually, I know I haven't because it's still sealed with this sticker. So if I peel, yep, there it goes. Screw it. I'm just gonna have to work for this one. I'm gonna leave this one on for two reasons. Go down memory lane, and you can see here it says 11, 16, 20. It says you're not gonna be able to see this blown out. Right here, 20, and then there's a 1 right here. I don't know if it was. I lived there from 2014 to 2017. So it probably says 15 or 16, if I remember right. I started getting into video game collecting around that time. And my first son was born in January of 2017, and I know I stopped buying stupid things at that time. Stupid things, I guess I'm meaning like wants, but now that I'm even more financially stable, but now I have 2 kids. You guys haven't met Parker, my oldest, but my youngest, Todd, he's been on the channel a few times. Because of Parker came along, I didn't really start collecting. Kind of wish I had, because I would have spent a lot less money. Because now games are crazy expensive. Also, Pod Racer here, or Episode 1, what is it called? Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I wouldn't say recently, but I think a year ago, I bought on Switch for $5. Game holds up. It holds up. This is one of the best games I think that holds up on N64. Definitely need the expansion pack. All right, you definitely need the expansion pack. If you don't have the expansion pack, I don't know what to tell you. Go buy one. You can find it for about $50. Typically they go for around $50. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to the alcohol on this one. This is gonna take a little bit of work. I'll tell you all that right now. Yeah, I used to love playing this game. I remember my friends coming over and we'd all take turns playing it. I think we play a little bit of multiplayer, but we like playing the campaign and opening up new tracks and upgrading the vehicles. So we would all sit there playing one campaign, everyone passing the controller around for when it was your turn. And, yeah. Good times back in for me, that was middle school. I remember when this movie came out. Oh, wow, how old was I when this one came out? I think I was in 8th grade. Yeah, I was in 8th grade, and I was in high school by the time the last one came out. Or the last one, episode 3. Wouldn't say the last one. I guess the last one in this trilogy for Star Wars. So, also The Mandalorian is out for season 3. That just came out. And it is Wednesday. If you're watching this live, which, well, nobody is, but I'm talking about it on a Wednesday. So, depending on how long I stream, I might go watch the Mando. Well, it's 9:20. I probably won't. I'll probably pop this in, or I'll pop another game in here, and we'll see. Get some more alcohol in this. But it's coming off fairly good. I don't know if this is like one of those satisfying videos for y'all, but I'll have to figure out how to get this camera to work better. It had really good reviews online, and everyone I talked to said it was good, but I don't know. Maybe I don't have it set up properly. I feel it looks blown out, to be honest with y'all. Can't tell if I'm ruining the... Oh, I am. I think I'm ruining the label. God damn it. Oh, well. I should have been more careful. Hopefully that alcohol dries and it doesn't ruin the label. But if it ruins the label, I'll buy a new label. That label is really good. But it's going right back in the box, and I already have a box for it, so... Something else I could have done is taken a razor blade to it. Magic eraser, but I don't really like magic erasers because they absolutely they just sand everything down, right? So it destroys the finish, where the alcohol is not going to destroy the actual finish. It's just going to take the goo off. And we're about there. I think the toothbrush might have been a mistake. But if y'all got any suggestions on how to clean stuff better, feel free to put it in the comments down below. If you are watching this in the future, I will definitely read all comments, and I respond to most of my comments that come through. The only comments I don't really respond to are the ones that are kind of negative in a sense. I don't get too many of those. I'm not going to delete your comment if you do put a negative one, as long as it's not outrageously negative. But there we go. Completely clean up on top. She's good to go. I'm going to leave this on here, although I think I might have messed it up a little. But I can still read it. $6.99, $7. I paid $7 for this cart. It's crazy. Crazy. I don't know what they're going for now, but I'm pretty sure it's more than $7. But yeah, going right back in the box. Bingo bango. Sides pushed in. All right, this is probably the cleanest box I have. Bam. There it is. Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer. Good to go. Definitely check this game out if you haven't. Always, I like the mini box gaming. If you want to keep your N64 games labeled, right? Because it's going to have the N labels, right? All that. However you want to stack your games, you'll be able to read it. So, there's that. All right. So, that's it for my pickups and cleaning. I guess, for my carts. Yo, what's up, Ricky? Yes, I paid $7 for that game. That was a long time ago when I bought that, though. But more pickups here. Let me show y'all. This one. All right, so I'm going to show you guys two more pickups. All right, so most recently, all right, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Found this in California as well. I paid $40 for this game. It is not complete in box. I do not have the manual, but it is the GameCube disc, and it works. I popped it in. It works just fine. It didn't actually come with the label. I actually printed this out. There's a website. I think it's called the Label Project. I don't know. If you look up Nintendo, he's got a really good way that you can print these out and make them. My printer screwed up a little bit up here. There's a couple spots, but you know what? I'm gonna leave it. And whatever reason, it doesn't print the whole thing. I have a little cut here, but hey, I have for me a more complete. It's not completely complete in box, and this isn't real, but it's good for my collection. I can see down the spine the Metroid Prime 2, which will be a game I'm going to get to here shortly. But first, as you guys know, I've been playing is the Metroid Prime remaster. Now, I know I'm being super extra here, and I have it in a Ziploc bag, but I have not. I haven't opened it. It's still in this case. It's sealed. I still have it sealed, and I have a suspicion that Metroid Prime is going to be hard to find for a long time. So I bought it digitally. I'm keeping this sealed. But Ricky the Swabs, I was cleaning all my games. I cleaned everything. If you back the stream up a little bit, you'll see how, you know, it was clean, and I actually literally just got done cleaning things. This whole video was about me cleaning games that I have recently purchased. So, and kind of how I do that. So, I know Super Nerd in the Metroid Prime Remaster not opening it, but I'm not gonna resell it, and that's just for me. All right, so what Super Nintendo game should I play? Let's play something. Let's see. Let's play Turtles in Time. I can play that for a little bit, pick it up, and go. Yeah, I had played Uncharted. I am almost done with the third one. But I want to play a game that I just recently picked up. So let's switch over. Hold on. All right, what's up? Why isn't this open? Is playing. All right. So Turtles in Time doesn't want to play. Let's clean the contacts. A little bit of alcohol on there. And just get in here and clean. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you guys. So this is from like the late 80s. I have a whole card collection of these, and it's a Docs Fix game. So this is for the original NES, right? I totally forgot about this, but they still have these cards. You can just buy a card. So I'll show you how to do it. So I'll put a little bit of alcohol on here, right? So I got alcohol in this dish, right? There's a little bit of alcohol in there, and then you clean the contacts just like that. You can do the whole thing all the way across. Do both sides. Just like that. And so that's cleaning the contacts on the game. And then I just like to go on the other side that I didn't get wet and dry it off. Good fix. And let's give it a rip. Do I like Uncharted? Yeah, man. It's pretty good. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I liked, let's see, what was it? So I played the first one, was pretty good. The second one was really good, and then I immediately went into the third one. I very much like it. So let me pull this over to the other side. Yeah, so I haven't played Turtles in Time in a minute. Dave and I used to play this all the time on one of our work trips. I have it actually on my Super Nintendo Classic. So, all right, who do I want to play? Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael. Let's go Donatello. Dude, super nostalgia right now. All right.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
Yeah, I like Michelangelo. Actually, my youngest son Todd, he is getting into actually the original Nintendo, or not Nintendo, the original Turtle show. We bought the original show for him on DVD. I feel like my button's a little slow. I might have to clean my controller. Oh, by the way, I am terrible at these games. I have never been good at beat 'em ups. Like, not even remotely good. voice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the ball's gonna mess you up. Alright, I'm getting it a little bit. I'm getting it a little bit. Definitely not time trial here. Or, what do you call it? Speedrunning. Not speedrunning this game. At least I'm not. I'm terrible at these things. I think the last time I really played this was at a bar in Chicago. My buddies and I went to a barcade, and we all jumped on the Turtles in Time arcade. It's like a 4-person one, and all 4 of us got on there and we're just feeding it quarters. Oh no! Little turd got me. No! Oh god. Come here. Oh, I died. Oh no. Yeah, this is back in the day when things were Nintendo hard. You know? This is the first level. There's no way I'd be beating this game. I'm sorry, Ricky. I'll read your comment here in a second. I forgot the Foot Clan are robots. I always thought they were people, but I just was rewatching the series yesterday, like I said with Todd. And yeah, they're all robots. I guess that's a way that they can get away with cartoon violence. You know?
Pizza time.
Hey, put those nunchucks away. Alright, let me read the chat real quick. Isn't it weird how many hit... yes, dude. Yeah, man. Turtles and Robots, bro. That was my childhood. Like, I loved the Turtles when I was a kid. I was turtle crazy. Oh, the fly dude. Terminate the Turtles! Stay out of your line. Oh, and I walked right in it. Oh yeah, I forgot about the little hand thing he does. Oh, come on. He got one more hit. Ah! Let's stay the other side. I think I got him. Nope. Oh god. Come on. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I am so bad at this game. Is he done? He's gotta be done. Nice. Dude, definitely sounds weird to understand. Sweet. Cool, alright, so the game clearly works.
Alley Cat Blues.
Yeah, this game was absolutely disgusting when I first bought it. Back was cracked. I'm surprised it even ran when I bought it. But the guy I bought it from said it worked, and I believed him. And so yeah, I'm gonna be doing business with him more often. So so yeah, there we go. There is what time we got. 9:40. Yeah, so I'm gonna call it the stream. I streamed about an hour and a half, maybe something like that. So I know Ricky, you jumped on a little late, man. I'm sorry, but I'm going to call it tonight. Tomorrow, I'll be back on again playing more Metroid Prime Remastered. I hope you all hop on there, check it out. Rewatch this stream if you'd like to see how I clean games. See what games I picked up recently and what you're going to see me play here in the future. I'm going to have a video coming out sometime soon, probably not for a couple weeks, but talk about where I want this channel to go, how I'm going to develop things more, and just a whole video on nostalgia, like Ricky, you and I were just talking. So, yeah, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed everything that is going on today. If you're coming late, I'm sorry I'm hopping off, but by all means, rewatch the stream, back it up, and see how I did. I just talking to myself for an hour and a half. So, y'all have a great time. Have a great day. I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Later.